Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hop and Lou Fishing Flies, the YouTube channel that shows tutorials on how to tie salmon and trout flies. In today's video, I'll be tying the alley shrimp, which is a common salmon fly used to fish for salmon in Scottish waters most regularly. This is the end product, which we'll have at the end of this video. I whipped this up earlier and it's a very good salmon fly. Personally, I've caught a lot of salmon on it and I highly recommend it. So I do want to mention quickly that this is a tutorial, so I will be going at a relatively slow pace for beginners or for people who are relatively new to fly tying. So I will also list the materials as I go along. Bear in mind, most of my materials are from Vaynard's, which is a quality fly tying material company. Produces the hooks, produces all sorts of stuff. For instance, I've got some dubbing here. I'm just picking out random stuff. Some cock hackles, and all that whatnot. Sheep hair, Icelandic sheep. And this is what we'll be using as well, golden pheasant. Anyway, enough about that and into the video. So this is a size 8 salmon double and it's up high. The colour's black. Usually I would be using a gold hook, but for the purposes of today's video, I'll be using black, mainly due to the circumstances when with lockdown, I'm not able to purchase a gold one, but that is preferable. And the uni thread which we're using is going to be fire orange 8/0 uni thread. So to begin with, we're just going to tie in like so. If you are very, very new to fly tying and you don't even know how to do the basics as such, which is fine because everyone has been there, then me and my co-worker Shin will be uploading a series of videos on how to do this. So how to do let's say half hitches or starting a fly, doing a hackle, etc. So now that we've came to about halfway up the body of the fly, we are going to grab some oval silver tinsel, like so, and we're going to cut a good 4 inches, I would say would be enough. And we're just going to tie that in using a technique that I was taught when I was younger by my fly tying instructor called the pinch and loop technique. I'll get into detail with that later when we are tying in the bucktail. Sorry about that. But for now, we are just going to tie in the oval silver tinsel until the point where the 2 hooks actually split out at the top. Well, where the body of the hook splits out. I beg my pardon. Where the body of the hook splits out to have these 2 hooks. We're just going to stop there and just let the uni thread dangle down. Now we are going to turn our oval tinsel clockwise, anti-clockwise. It really does not matter. And you're just going to do it 3 times. And then on the 4th time, right, you're going to get your oval tinsel and you're just going to take it in between one of the hooks, and then it will be at the bottom. You can give that a tight tug and everything will be pulled back. This is a great technique which I use for any of my salmon flies. Now don't cut this off, okay? The oval tinsel, you're just going to wrap it up the body and then you're going to have it between the 2 hooks again. And if you have a vice like me, I'll just move my camera equipment. It has a spring where you can put the oval silver tinsel in. If not, that's fine, it's not too necessary. So now what we're going to be using is, not that yet, we're going to be using some hot orange bucktail. Now this is the length which we're looking for ideally is probably about 1.5 times the size of the hook itself. So I'm going to cut that off. with a nice sharp pair of scissors. I have these spring ones, which are very good quality. Now you're just going to bring all of the fibres together by just licking them, and they should come together. Obviously, as an alternative to getting all the fibres straight and together, you can use this, a hair stacker. Yeah, so pinch and loop. You pinch it. This is so simple, guys. You loop the thread in between the pinch and then you bring it down over it. That's all there is to it. And then that just means that you've securely catched in the bucktail. And so just catch that in nicely. So that's going to do it for me. Now what we're going to use is this is some pearl crystal flash. I don't have a lot left, but that's fine. We're going to use, what you're going to do is you're going to get 2 strands of the pearl crystal flash, but you're going to get it about exactly double the length of the bucktail that you've put in, and you just cut it like so. And then what we're going to do, this is a really good technique to getting the crystal flash at different lengths, so it's more natural and it's not all straight in a line. But what you're going to do is you're going to loop it over like so, and you'll have created a loop at the top with doing so. Anyway, you can tie this in now. That's good for me. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. And then with your scissors, you can simply put them between all of the hoops which you've created, and you can cut it, and that's looking pretty good. You can just roll the hair and the crystal flash together, so that's looking quite nice. I'm just saying now that this video will be in 2 parts, because obviously we will not have the time to do the video in one big video, due to my camera recording equipment, and yeah, etc. So what we're going to use now is we're going to use some red floss like this, and you're going to cut off about 5 inches, just a little more than you did with the oval tinsel. I'm going to cut it off like so, and there we go. I'm just going to lick the fibres together just to make them all come together. Yeah, that's it basically. Just easier to tie in really. And you're just going to bring that up the body, and now you're going to take your uni thread to about halfway, I would say, of the fly. A bit less than halfway. I'm just going to do it here, and with the red floss you're just going to turn that over the body of the fly, making sure that no like, you know, orange uni thread is shown, so that everything is hidden away by the red floss. That's nice. So the fly is really coming together now. If you have came this far already, then I'm very impressed, especially if you are a beginner. If not, I'm still very impressed. This is a hard pattern to follow. Yeah, so you're gonna do that and just catch it in, and then you can just cut away any excess. I might just do a few more turns actually, because if that comes out, that would be pretty tragic. You're just going to cut that away, like so. And this will... now what we're going to use is we're going to use some black floss, and you're going to cut the exact same amount that you did on red floss. And we're just going to, you know, lick the end, sorry, to get all the fibres together. Now we're just going to catch this in, and we're going to take it to the point at where the red floss meets the orange uni thread, and then take the uni thread back down to about 2 or 3 millimeters from the eye of the fly. And now we're going to start wrapping the black silk once I've wrapped this black silk, that this will mark the end of this video. Part 2 is coming out literally almost as soon as part 1 comes out. I'll record it and upload them at the same time. So I hope you found this useful, this part 1. Obviously, if you did enjoy this video, it would be greatly appreciated if you left a like down below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share this with another fly tying friend of yours. So don't do anything, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. But for now, that's going to be it. Bye.